Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Anyway, so yeah, I've been doing stuff like, you know what I'm saying. I watched an interesting video last night actually on a girl from Ireland who she's a pop singer, and she was explaining that all through her like early career she was actually smashed on alcohol, but she kept it undercover. Alcohol for me is not it's sometimes a problem, but beer, like, you know, beer is pretty healthy. A couple of beers every day is nothing. That's all right. It's not going to kill you. Even Martina Navratilova, the greatest tennis player probably ever, one of them who lived. She done a fitness program, and you know, she arranged it for her guys that, you know, they could have a few cans and that. She fitted it into their program. But it's the cigarette for me. That is the big one. You know, tobacco is. I filter it now. I used to have it unfiltered, but where's like 420 coming up soon? Actually, one birthday, actually the same, and it's hit as birthday. Well, for fuck's sake. So they did 420 to make it weed, and I started to switch it. It was the best time I like that, but I literally can't even remember. I remember the actual bat, and you know that, but I literally cannot remember the rest of the day. It was so wild. You know, it was very bad in that. Then, you know, it was one of the dots. I don't know why. Um, there's other stuff I can tell people fast to fast. I don't really want to talk about on YouTube, but it's a lot of family shit to talk about. But no, it's very very interesting, and she you know, she was explaining. She was brutally honest how she'd be due to go to a red carpet event. She'd get on a train, and the police would drag her off. This is a young girl, 20 or something. She smashed in the fucking toilet. She's wiped out already before she even got to the 1 hour down the road on the train. It's, you know, I think the amount of times I've got seriously drunk in my life, I can count on the fingers and toes probably. You know, but she's every day for years, but she was keeping it undercover. So she went on the program, and you know, and it's similar with the cigarette, I think, because obviously it's not brilliant for your health, moderation stuff, but no, it's time as well, you know. But sometimes time is the thing with cigarette roll-ups. Yeah, you can have 15 minutes out of your day to just zone out, you know. It's like the Native Americans is, you know, that it's like a peace symbol that they have a cigarette, a pipe. As long as you have it fresh air coming, you know, meant to do it outside, obviously, but we're locked down at the moment. But normally I like to be outside to smoke, but there's a lockdown as well. But you know, there's all this nicotine replacement. Nicotine is an interesting drug. I used to look into this. I used to research this nicotine. It's an interesting drug, actually, nicotine. Lots of different drugs. Caffeine, you know. I mean, everyone's on fucking drugs. There's very few people who just have fucking fruit tea, and that's all they drink their whole life. Nothing wrong with that. It's perfectly acceptable and good. A bit of beer, maybe, you know, the odd roll up, weed, whatever. But hard drugs have never really done much for me. I tried pot. It's a fucking champagne, a drug they call it, and yeah, proper Colombian gear, real Colombian gear from a Colombian bag, and it's shit hot. But it's like the Transporting movie, you know. They're honest about it. I never tried smack. I was locked down in a hospital on a Valium intravenous injection. It fucking knocked me bang out. It was mental, bro. Wow. Because I was off it. I was literally off it. This was a fucking long time ago when I was like young and like, you know, just in my teens, 20 or something. I don't know. And yeah. No, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, you know. It's difficult not to be a hypocrite and fucking just drink water all day long. You know, it's a bit boring, you know. Best drug is sex. That is the best drug in the world, you know. But if you're going up with a woman in your gaff, then well, you do it yourself, obviously, you know. But women as well, and you know, it's I meant what happens in here is sexy, you know. This is it, you know. It's not all about. I've been reading about. I read a lot. I'm you know, I've been around a few tracks. You know. But I'm not going to go on about that. I'm going to try and have. She was on about a 90-day program. You know, 90 days. You know, it's my second day in now, really. This program that I'm going to try and quit in 90 days. I can't, you know, you can do it. You can just stop straight away if you know, if you're that fucking just strong-willed. I'm not as strong-willed as I used to be. I don't think I am. I'm not sure. I don't know. But, you know, I want to play football. I want to fucking get the manager to play football, shit like this. You know, I want to be an elite athlete, basically, which is what footballers are. And, you know, you can't be doing too much fucking, you know, smoking, obviously. But back in the day, they used to smoke, go to betting shops, you know, and they win World Cup, you know. And since then, it's all this extreme regimentation. No, nothing. They're not allowed to do nothing. You know, the Jack Wilshere, he got photographed outside a nightclub smoking a cigarette. His whole career got fucked after that. Oh, excuse my French, by the way. Yeah. So, you know, did a big clear up this morning. I couldn't believe the amount of work I've done. So I met a nice couple of mates of mine up the road, some neighbours up the road, and nice, it helped me out. And you know, there's a good book as well, the Japanese lady, she's done about the piles, and you start with your socks. You know, you got to find your socks and put them in a place. You know, I've got odd socks about the place. Yeah, you got to find a place for your socks. That's the very first thing to fucking do. Oh, I just washed some socks this morning. I've got clean socks on the rail here. A pair, not there. I've got a pair of socks drying on the rail, you know, an actual pair, you know. I don't know if you can see that. A lime colored socks. And so they're going to be drying. Need to go out, lads. It's the weekend now, really, coming, you know, TGIF for this. And what I'm saying is, yeah, when you love someone, you got to fucking go for it. Really, 100%, 110% fucking commit yourself. If you love one, whatever, go for it. That's my advice. Really go for it. Never give up. And if they reject you, well, then you've got to like grin and bear it. You know what I mean? But yeah, live and learn and laugh. I'd like a new baby at one point. I think, you know, I'll get broody sometime, maybe. See, I've been reading this. Look at this. This is Hard Push. This is a clever title, bit of a pun. A midwife story, and it's like I think it's all different midwives because you know male midwives these days. I was in nursing, kind of profession. I didn't actually get a degree in it or nothing. I got a degree off a subject, but I went into nursing, and it was brilliant, really. The teamwork. I love working in a team. That's the thing. That's I'm trying to build a crew. I've got my mates up the road now, and when you get some mates that you trust, yeah, that you want to get with to help you, to you know, you really think you can trust people, you know, then you trust it when your heart's been broken. Yeah, I have had my heart broken in the past. Really, I think I did. And you know, so getting that confidence to let yourself open to someone else, some other people coming in your life. That's the most difficult thing in the world, I think. You know, there's all these different ways of distracting yourself. People do it with sport, with drugs, with this, that, and the other. But the most important thing, obviously, is human contact. These days, everyone's fucking looking at phones. That's the last distraction with the head down in this fucking posture. No, posture, Mom called it posture. She was into dancing. My grandma, I met her once, I think, on my mum's side. She was a dancer. Yeah, in Barcelona, I met her. Went to see her. Got to her flat. Where's the flowers? She said. We stayed there about literally 2 or 5 minutes, and we left. I was young. But it's been a bit of I won a dance competition in Brent when I was about 7, like just a local party, nothing official, but you know, boys and girls, 7. And I sort of put that in my head. Dancing, it's the best fucking sport. But back in the day, boys, I mentioned this I think before in another stream. Back in the day, the boys were not really like, you know, homophobia or whatever, something like that, because there was a lot of gay guys, like homosexual guys, going to dance. And so if you know, that's the impression that people get if you do that, and the homophobic aspect. I don't know exactly what that was, you know, everyone, you know, but then it changed. Billy Elliot, that changed that. And that film, I remember one Christmas when my baby mum kicked me out before, you know, like earlier in the year. And that Christmas, sleeping in the fucking car after 5 p.m, she said, right, your turn to go now. I was around the house till about 5. My daughter ran upstairs crying. Yeah. It was a diesel people carrier, only diesel I've ever had. I hate diesel now. It was a good car. I remember sleeping in it that Christmas night. Maybe I'm saying too much. I don't like to chat about my other, like gossip and shit like that about family issues. It's a family issue, but I keep it real. So I keep it real. I don't tell lies really. White lies, not even white lies. Sometimes maybe, but I can tell a white lie. But no, Secrets and Lies. There was a book in my dad's gaff, Secrets and Lies. I think I bought it. Someone bought it. And you really got to work through that and get all your shit out. All your shit out into the public domain in a way. To a degree, I think. That's why I like this guy. It's too about shit, put down a book, honest and cold that. And you can see it. I'm up to chapter 15, 16, something. I don't know what the chapter is actually. I can't remember. But, she's just one of my boys. She's elated about it, obviously. To come from nothing, really. From the mean streets of Camden Town, which is not a mean. Back in the day, there weren't mean streets, but they're like London. It's if you can, they say if you can market in New York, you can market anywhere. I think if you can market in London, you can market anywhere. But, no, back in the day, London was a bit like where I'm living now. I live in a kind of a London. I've said this before in another stream. This is like London. It's not London. It's country lanes in London. But this is a bit like villages. London is villages as well. Remember that it used to be. I don't know so much now that it's so changed. The way it changed, because I see it as going back there, but in a way. And I see the changes, and I'm just astonished, But even where you're living now, where I'm living now, I've lived in not many decades, but I think most of my adult life. Definitely most of my adult life. I think most of my life, I live down here now. Spent a year in Belgium, near enough. Something like that. I was getting the football there. Joined the football. Was that when I joined it? No, I joined the football team before that. I wasn't playing football when I lived there. I was, looking after my babies, taking them to school and shit. Yeah. School is very important. Well, I say school, like education, proper education is very important. What they're doing now, it's like this rinse feeding, force feeding, league tables and shit like this. Really. Everyone's an individual, to put it into a league for education. I understand league for football, but don't really work like that for education. People, the worst book in school, qualifications can have the most fulfilled professional life if they go for it. On the back of my wall, I don't know if you can read that because it comes out back to front. In Belfast or Bust. That's the name of my tour I'm putting together. Belfast or Bust. It's like Motorhead. I had No Slip till Hammersmith. This is the UK tour, UK and Ireland probably. Belfast or Bust. I'm looking at Europe, and the rest of the world is not really important at the moment. But the UK, I want to put this together. Hopefully this year, today even, get moving. But, Love Slaves is. I never know if that's the name of the album. It's eponymous. Well, it's Love Slaves eponymous. Backlash is the band on Love Slaves eponymous. I can't quite work this out really. Whether I'm reforming Backlash, because I can't really reform it because I'm the only one left that is in it in a way. So I might have to be lost. But the other thing is Kim, K-I-M, which I'm putting down. That's not described if you can't come up with an idea. It's a wicked idea. But I read a thing about drummers because I've done a bit of drumming. I mentioned this before. Drummers are a very underrated part of a band. If you're putting like a a rock band together. The drummers they're looking out generally at the back, or that was in the old school. They can be on a different part of the stage, I suppose. But they're kind of the drum solos and that. But I got this T-shirt on Motley Crue today. Or did I? Well, it was on their drummer. I read their autobiography and a fucking hell. There's some dudes in America. And the drummer in that, I think someone else said, he's in a cage that like swivels all the way around, upside down. He must be drumming upside down. Fuck that. But I mentioned before, I've seen Joe Elliott. Not Joe Elliott. The drummer from Def Leppard. I can't remember his name. Sheffield, that band, or something like that. And I've seen him before he lost his arm, one of his arms, and after Donington. Interesting. Charlie Watts. I was thinking about this. I was thinking about, like, you look at bands, but you think of, like, the Stones, you think of Jagger and Richards, right? But you don't think about Charlie Watts so much, but he's a proper jazz drummer, So, I've been thinking, I go see bands, and I'm trying to think of a band that I've seen. I suppose Stiff Little Finger, that's a four-piece. I'm trying to think of bands, a four-piece band. You think of five-piece when they have rhythm guitar, like lead guitar. And Metallica, I suppose, they're a four-piece, yeah. Because the classic one, the classic rock, heavy metal, singer, rhythm guitar, lead guitar, bass, and drums. All right. Maybe have percussion sometime. Thin Lizzy had that. Thin Lizzy had a four-piece, but they were a five-piece. The four-piece, yeah. Thin Lizzy, I'm going to put some of them on in a bit, I think, because so. See them in Dublin, see them in Scotland, Dublin. See the Clash. Who's the drummer in the Clash? Top of Hidden, is it? You know what I mean? But Josh Drummer and Mick Jones, is it? You don't instantly think of Top of Hidden. I think it's from around here. Something to do with the school my kids went to. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that so much. But yeah, Hard Pushed, a midwife story, and I don't think it's just one midwife, or is it? It's like different midwives. This was good. Adrian Rich. There must be those among whom we can sit down and weep and still be counted as warriors. So maybe it is one. No, it's just one midwife, but different kind of. And the first line of a book hooks you in, where it begins, another night, another vagina. It's classic. Because obviously a midwife is like, yeah. Okay, I'm going to check out now. I think that's 25 minutes on the clock. What time is it? Time is it? What time is it? I'm going to watch it at 12:42, 1:45. It's always digital. It's 12:42. It's very cold. Whereas you look at your watch, 1:45. It's more. It's coming up to 1 o'clock. I used to listen to religiously, listen to the 1 o'clock news on Radio 4. That's 40 minutes. It used to be half an hour. It's 40 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. Now they fucking make it an hour with this fucking shit going on. But now I can't listen to it. Now it's just wiped out. It used to be a very varied program, very interesting program. Now it's shit. Don't listen to it. whole routine now has been thrown in the air with this fucking shit. But maybe it's good. You need your fucking routine shaken up. You know what I mean? Now and then. You know, everyone gets in a fucking rut. You know what I mean? Everyone, really. You know, you need to work your shit out. Yeah, look at this video. There's nothing in there, but this video. Anyway, bye guys. Yeah. The end.